Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Welcome to episode 2 of Chefs from Around the World. Today we'll be traveling to Japan and we're going to be looking at a very well-known chef called Nobu Matsuhisa. Nobu Matsuhisa was born on March 10th, 1949. He's a Japanese celebrity chef and a restaurateur. He's known for his fusion of cuisine, of blending traditional Japanese dishes with Peruvian ingredients. His signature dish is black cod in miso. He has a restaurant bearing his name in several countries. He has also played small parts in 3 major films. Nobu was born in Satomita, Japan. When he was 8 years old, his father died in a traffic crash, and his 2 older brothers were raised by his mother. Immediately following the death of his father, Nobu began to travel the world over the next decade while being raised by his mother. Nobu Matsuhisa experienced many cultures and witnessed firsthand the reaches of poverty and hunger. His experience influenced his efforts later in his life to give back to communities through his business ventures. So let's just stop there and we can see that from the time that his father died, Nobu went traveling and he went to taste these different cuisines from around the world, and he saw that these cuisines that he loved so much that he began then to, make his own and start his own culture. And that's where he, got his experience from, because he went around tasting different other foods and he then experienced the taste of what he wanted, and that was really, really amazing to see. After graduating from high school, Nobu began working as a dishwasher at the restaurant Matsuhisa Sushi in Tokyo. It was in the same restaurant where he was trained at the sushi master. After 7 years, he was invited by a regular customer who was a Peruvian of Japanese descendants to open a Japanese restaurant in Peru in 1973, just at the age of 24. He moved to Lima, Peru and opened a restaurant with the same name, Matsuhisa, in partnership with his sponsor. Nobu was unable to find many of his ingredients he took for granted in Japan and had to improvise, and it was here that he developed his unique style of cuisine that incorporated Peruvian ingredients into Japanese dishes. So I love what he does by taking his teachings, his trainings from that training. He took the Peruvian ingredients and made them into a well-known Japanese dish, and he actually combined the 2, Peruvian ingredients as well as Japanese, and he infused those together and he made such a wild dish. And now all around the world he's got a lot of sushi bars and a lot of restaurants, and he is now making millions just from sushi, and his sushi is well known, top of the class, top of the range. He is really, really good at the work that he does. And if you ever get a chance to go out and try his restaurant, give it a try, because you will never ever be disappointed with Nobu's work. Absolutely amazing. So we move on, and after 3 years the restaurant had closed. After a short stay in Argentina where he tried to open a new restaurant, he eventually moved to Aconoa, Alaska, and opened his own restaurant there. About 2 weeks later, the grand opening there was an electrical fire and the restaurant burnt down. In 1977, he moved to Los Angeles and worked at Japanese restaurants Mitsuwa and Oshibu. In 1987, he opened his own restaurant Matsuhisa in LA Chicago Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. It was in the Matsuhisa he came to know Robert De Niro, who encouraged him to open a restaurant in New York. By 1994, he was laid the foundation to a new restaurant chain as he opened the first Nobu in Terica, New York, in a joint venture between Robert De Niro, Drew Newport, Mira Tapia, and himself in 1995. He received James Beard Foundation Award and was nominated for it several times of the following. So out of all of these restaurants that he opened, he also got nominated a James Beard Award. Now, if you're offered a James Beard Award, you know you're top of the class. Like, your work is absolutely outstanding. And that's exactly what Nobu's work is. It's outstanding. The dishes he produces, the sushi he makes is absolutely top of the range and absolutely top of the class. That when you get that James Beard Foundation, they're just saying, wow, we acknowledge what you do. And it's such amazing to see that Nobu actually got that award, and they acknowledge his work, and they say, we actually see the work that you're doing, and we want to award you for such amazing work. Now, Nobu didn't only start off as a restaurateur, he also went into a few acting roles, and we see here Nobu had a small role in 3 major films. Number 1, Casino in 1995, alongside his business partner Robert De Niro, in Austin Powers in Goldmember in 2002. And he also acted in The Mirrors in Gasha in 2005, and then in 2013 Nobu had a larger support role in the international film The Girl from Nagasaki, playing the father of the lead character. So we see here that he also did a little bit of acting on the side as well before he went into being a restaurateur. So Nobu also writes a couple of books, and you may have read a couple of his books, but let me just also tell you a couple of books that he has written before. So number 1 is Matsuhisa Nobu, which was an Edwards mark. He wrote that in 2007. So let me tell you about the couple of books that he wrote. So he wrote Matsuhisa Edwards mark in 2007. He wrote Matsuhisa Nobuoki with Robert De Niro in 2001, and he wrote Matsuhisa Nobuoki in 2005 with now Clarkson Potter, and he got an award for all those books. So we see here that actually Nobu Matsuhisa is actually top of his class, and whatever he does with absolute remark, and his work is known all across the world, all across for generations and generations. So if you do get a chance, go try Nobu's restaurant, Nobu Restaurants in Los Angeles. It's a very popular one as well. His sushi is absolutely amazing, and you will never ever regret it as well. So if you ever get a chance to go try Nobu's Restaurants, and yeah, you'll see the absolute class and the absolute work that he does is absolutely outstanding. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait to travel to our next destination. Wonder where that will be? Well, you have to stay tuned to find out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.